welcome you and all to another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. I'm your host, Crispin Valentin. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel today. Why? You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. Like this amazing story from these DFW artists. We have Andrez and Kare. They're independent artists right here from the DFW. Fairly new gentlemen, but they have such passion regarding the music and they have a meaning behind it. So now to the episode.
Andrez and remind me again.
Kare.
Yeah. Scare.
Yeah, either one is cool as long as you listen to music.
No, but if you like Kare, it is. You're going to tell me about that, the name here in a little bit. Welcome to the podcast. Appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
This is a referral from the boy Carlos. He in the building over there. He never liked to be mentioned, but he's back there. And the awesome Bree managing the board. All right. First of all, we're going to go ahead and get to Preguntas al Chile. Preguntas al Chile is amazing, fun questions that you can get to enjoy, see which one you like. I've been seeing a lot on social media, very similar to it. But guess what? We started like 4 years ago. I'm not saying they took idea from, I'm just saying we're the innovators of this. Are y'all ready? Está listo?
Sir.
For you, I have extra questions, and you can help him out because somebody told me you were a hip hop guru.
That's crazy.
And then I took it back all the way back to see how good you are. But first of all, if you have not subscribed to the channel, por favor, do so right now. Why? You get this amazing content, amazing stories, amazing individuals telling the story, helping the community, pushing us forward as amazing Latinos. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Corn tortilla, flour tortillas.
Corn. Flour.
Flour. Tacos o tortas.
Tacos.
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 Tacos. Gorditas or pupusas.
Pupusas for sure. Gorditos probably.
Gorditas?
Yeah.
Ooh. Carlos would disagree with pupusa. Jarrito, what's flavor jarrito?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Sure. Yeah.
I do like pineapple, but fruit punch has been
Fruit punch?
one that I've been liking recently.
I've been getting a lot of people that like fruit punch. I don't know if they changed the recipe or whatever,
Yeah,
but it's
something,
the
right?
second
Yeah.
one back-to-back weeks, I think. Salsa verde or salsa roja?
Verde.
It depends how I feel that night
Yeah?
or whatever. It just depends.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Menudo or pozole?
Pozole.
Menudo.
Menudo. Nice. Valentina, Tabasco, Cholula, or Tapatio hot sauce?
Valentino on everything, bro.
Valentina on everything.
Yeah, Valentina.
That should be that sounds like a song.
Hey.
Hey, y'all want to get down, bro? Let me know. I get down the track too. That's Carlos about it, bro. When you want to celebrate, have a party, celebrate an accomplishment, you got it done. Cumbia, salsa, merengue, bachata, dancing. Which one do you prefer?
Bachata is my thing, bro. For sure.
I'll listen to it. I don't know how to dance.
You know how to dance?
No, but I do like to watch.
You know how to groove?
Yeah, I'll move around. I'll let the lady do the dancing.
None of them, none of the genres? Cool. Some lady needs to put you on game, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Take you out. A conspiracy theory that when you heard one time, you're like, that could be true. That's got to be true. What could that be? We're going to go with Andrez.
Dang.
It could be aliens. It could be Sasquatch. It could be the moon landing. It could be whatever.
The recently one that like aliens have been more out, like just, and then everybody's cool with it. Because I mean, personally, I would be cool with it. It's just, I feel like it wouldn't be that. It would be more noticeable, I feel.
You know, I think we scare them because anytime we go anywhere in the history of our history, it's like we get there and we just colonize the whole thing.
Yeah.
So our concern would be like, man, what are they trying to do to us?
Yeah.
True. What about yourself?
So definitely aliens. I've always believed that there is I can't even say the word extraterrestrial life out there.
That was not a Spanish word, bro. That's English.
That's crazy. Also, I believe there's cures to medicines out there that they say there isn't.
Which one? Cures to
cures to diseases. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not a conspiracy. Well, some people it is a conspiracy, but in general,
it's a fact.
I feel like there's all kinds of stories on the internet. Sometimes you're going through a rabbit hole of like this person had the cure for whatsoever, and all of a sudden they just disappear.
Yeah,
they don't know where you're at, and cancer's still alive and well, not well, but I'm just saying, just destroying lives, and farmers still making money. Man, You're right. It's not a conspiracy. Don't come out to me, Big Pharma. I'm just saying. It is what it is. I'm just saying. We're starting to open our eyes. We're starting to wake up. All right. When you hear the word Latino, we're going to start with Kare. Latino, Latina, what is the first things that come to mind for you?
Food, culture, and I'll say this over and over again. We have the most beautiful women.
Absolutely. Do you consider yourself Latino? Do you care if anybody says that you're a Latino? Do you rather be considered something else?
No, I'm definitely Latino for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
For me, same food immediately, but also like comedy. A lot of like comedians or like just movies from back then. That just pops in my head immediately just because, I don't know, it's just like the humor that we have. I think it's pretty good. I feel like that's something that other cultures can't really do. And even on social media now, like some of the newer comedians, even them like just small jokes, like just a reference to Takis, like that's just funny because we get it.
Yeah, you're right. And it just made me think that like anytime we get together with family or whatever, what are we always doing? Laughing and laughing and laughing like the entire time. It's never, hardly ever a serious thing. It's always like laughs and laughs and laughs. You know what I mean? Everybody has that joke. My dad throws some amazing jokes. He's hilarious. My tios también. You know what I mean? So we have that humor for sure.
Yeah. I have one more thing.
For sure. Go. It's your podcast, bro. I'm just here.
I would say, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, but Spanish, it's more passion whenever things are said in Spanish. You can feel like the emotion, like when it comes to love or just anything, honestly.
Yep.
It's just more real.
True that. Just ask anybody, Hollywood, about our Latinas, how passionate about when they say certain things. By the way, it's a negative stigma. It's not true. But when we do say stuff, it sounds a lot more spicier. For sure. Okay, here we go with the hip hop rapid fire. See, we're gonna test your skills, Mr. Gura. Of course, you happen to assist, help him out, make sure he's good. You ready?
Yeah.
Where did hip hop begin?
New York.
South Bronx, New York. In what year?
1979.
1970. We keep it around that time, and really not as specific, but 1970 is good. Great job. Who's considered to be the godfather of hip hop?
What era are we talking about, though?
The beginnings.
The very beginnings?
Yes.
Oh, man, like someone like Rakim for sure.
DJ Kool Herc.
Yeah.
I know you heard the name.
Yeah.
What label helped launch Run DMC's and LL Cool J's career?
Def Jam Records.
Oh, look at that. What city birthed gangster rap?
West Coast.
What city specifically?
Oh, like LA?
Compton.
Yeah.
Close, real close. What year did Tupac pass away?
1995.
1996.
Oh,
real
96,
close.
96. Real close.
Who was the first female rapper to go platinum?
Was it? It's not MC Light, right? It's
The Brat with
I was gonna say
Funk Draft in 1994. What was the name of Notorious B.I.G.'s debut album?
Ready to Die.
Ooh, look at that fire!
Crazy.
What historical event did Public Enemy music often reference?
Like
what historical event was happening during that time?
The whole like the racism stuff.
Civil rights movement. Yeah,
civil
you got
rights.
it. Pretty much. And black empowerment as well too.
Yeah,
Great job, pretty good. Not
that
bad.
was crazy because like that was the first time I ever heard someone flat out be like Elvis Presley was a racist. I was like, what the heck? And like my parents loved Elvis, so I was like, is Elvis racist? And like it made me think as a kid, like, what the heck? Like, why is this guy saying this? Like it tripped me out.
Yeah. Okay. Give me the content behind it. What do you mean? Like doing
like,
one of the songs?
It's because one of their songs they were just like talking about different like because Elvis and I hate to say it, he obviously we've seen the movie.
He stole the moves. From
he stole moves, he stole the music and all that, but like it was because in that time period, certain I guess black people they couldn't really be the face behind the music, so they needed an avatar, which was a white face, to sell it more publicly.
So he was a Nelly Vanilli back in the days. Ooh.
And like I thought, me as a kid growing up, because my parents would love him, like my dad loved him and like had like a shrine of him. So I was like, man, this guy's music is pretty good. Then you go back and you see, oh no, these are all covers mainly. Like most of his stuff is covers from like black artists. So I was like, that's crazy. Like, I never knew that until I got older.
I wonder if they still got paid some way, somehow. Some
I think a
royalties.
little bit.
Yeah. Well, at least it gets something. But
Yeah.
still, man, give them their props. It's true, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on in the industry as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great writers, great producers, whatever. Before you know it, big labels come in and take your stuff. And what song? What are you talking about? What song? What? It sounds alike. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Not really. All right, check it out. So, tell me a little bit about your ancestry. Starting with you, are you both Mexicanos? So I don't know why I get it Salvadorian because of the pupusas, but probably not.
No.
So you're both Mexican, first generation, second generation.
Not first generation.
Okay, so you're like what?
Second. Well, we're a mix.
Okay,
Yeah.
explain to me mix, bro.
So my mom was born in Mexico,
Uh-huh.
but my dad was not born in Mexico.
Gotcha,
So it's kind of like
half and half.
yeah.
But you were born here after there. So yeah, second, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's a great description.
It's a little weird. Yeah,
half and half is a great description. But kind of for your dad, it would be first gen. For your mom, it would be second generation. So kind of like that. How about yourself?
Yeah, my parents were both born in Laredo, Texas, but my grandparents were Laredo, Mexico, and I was also born in Laredo, Texas as well.
Nice. Were you born here?
Yeah.
In Dallas or what area? Okay. Do you know anything about their journey over here to the States? Your dad and your mom's parents? Anything that they ever share with you at all whatsoever? It's kind of interesting.
I kind of don't want to talk about that.
Okay, that's cool. Moving on to the next. How about yourself?
For me, I think it was just my grandma followed along with my grandfather, and then I think they decided to start working here, and he owned a body shop in Laredo. Yeah. So he'd go back and forth, and then he just stayed in Texas.
Yeah, you had something interesting that happened to you at 3 years old in Laredo, right?
Yeah.
Can you kind of sort of tell us about the story?
Yeah, I was. It was gonna be my birthday that week, and I was gonna turn 4, and I was excited. We went downtown. We got some stuff, and I was just excited. I was a very hyper kid, and we had a guy. He worked for my grandfather for the pickup trucks, and for anybody that needs like help or whatever for the shop, and I was playing on the sidewalk, but I was also waiting for my mom to hurry up. And my grandma was supposed to be watching me. And then the guy, as he's going, he hits me from the side. And again, I'm 3. And then he hits me. And then he doesn't realize he hit me. So when he sees my mom screaming, he freaked out and he reversed. And he got on top of me again.
Ouch.
And then he stayed on top of me because he didn't know what to do. So it was pretty bad. And then the paramedics had scooped me, and my uncle scooped me off the ground, which he wasn't supposed to do that. The paramedics are like, "Why did you do that?" And I had broken my left arm and my left leg, and it was pretty bad. And then I just remember the paramedics telling me that it's going to be a really bumpy ride, and it might feel long too. And it was supposed to be like a 10-minute drive, and it felt like almost like 30 to 40 minutes.
Wow.
And it was horrible because
I can remember as 3 years old.
It hurt so much. I could remember. But the worst part was like my arm was blue and purple, and it was twisted, but the doctor wanted to see if it was actually broken. So he walked towards me, and I was like, I can't. And he's like, you got to try. So I walked towards him, and I like ended up falling over, and he caught me. And like he was like, oh yeah, his leg's broken. I'm like, yes, bro, it's like purple and blue, it's like twisted. But
are you serious?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But
I don't believe you, JK Quack. What the heck?
Yeah, so again, it was like 1990, like 3 or 4, or no, it was 1994 or 5. So
yeah,
I don't know if it was just their technology, if that's just how they did it. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And then after I got in a full body cast, my mom's like, you know what? We got to leave Laredo. And then we came to Dallas.
I'm always curious about a full body cast, about hygiene and everything.
It was very itchy. It was itchy. And like, again, I was a hyper kid. So like, I was like this all the time. But my aunt would tell me that with my fingers, I'd just be like on the floor everywhere, just like running around, but like laying down like that.
So you got a strong grip these days.
Yeah.
How about yourself here in Dallas? How was it growing up in, was it 90s?
2000s.
2000s? Oh, yeah, you baby.
Yeah, I'm a baby.
So how was it born here in the 2000s for you? Anything like that stands out as far as living in Dallas, the way, the scene, everything else?
I mean, so growing up, my mom and my dad split when I was little. So I'd always bounce between both of them. I'm really close to both sides of my family. But I would say both sides are a little different too. My mom's more, I guess in a way, more structured in a certain way.
Gotcha.
And my dad's more like, still, of course, it's not like there's no disrespect or anything like that. There's a structure, but I guess playtime in a way. So yeah, that's kind of how it was growing up. And then growing up in Dallas, I grew up in Dallas. We lived in Bedford. We moved around to Arlington. Irving is where I grew up now. Most of my life in Irving. Yeah, we just moved around a lot.
That's cool.
So
that's cool. Was it a little bit of tough adjusting in schools during that time specifically, or not necessarily? Or you were really good at making friends?
I would say I was pretty good at making friends. Cool. I never really did drama. To this day, I don't really do drama. Like if there's drama, I just kind of like remove myself.
Gotcha.
I'm really easygoing. Really, I just like to have fun, make people laugh.
That's cool.
So never really I never actually been in a fight. So
really?
Nah, but
take no to violence, kids.
No to violence. You know, use your words.
Okay, tell me. All right, so when you specifically, I come to the Cliff, right? Oak Cliff. To you, is it a culture shock? Is it kind of like the vibes in general for Oak Cliff seems like similar to Laredo, or not necessarily?
I'll say like the parts where you can go get food and like get your car fixed, like that area of Oak Cliff for sure kind of gave a little bit of Laredo vibes, but not to diss Dallas. I love Dallas. I've been here forever. They seemed a little angrier for some reason, and like the kids were mean, and like my mom, we didn't know it was the hood where we stayed because we were new to Dallas. So then my mom's like, oh no, like I don't want to stay here. So then she looked around and then she finally found Irving, and Irving's pretty calm. So we ended up eventually moving there. But when my aunt stayed in Oak Cliff, so we'd visit her a lot, and like there was always like random gunshots, fights, the kids always getting into fights or something at school, or someone brought a knife to school, or like they would have to use metal detectors. So it was pretty like that. Like it just, I don't know. Like I said, they just seemed a little angrier for some reason.
Do you think because of the city life in general, or
I think
it was
so, and
because
also,
of the 90s
yeah,
gangster music?
I think it was the 90s, because I don't know how it is now. I have some friends that live in Ledbetter and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But maybe every now and again there'll be like gunshots, but I mean that's anywhere.
You had an interesting journey in regards to music. You actually did some theater and stuff like that kind of got you introduced to? Or?
No, it was more of just like I did do some art stuff when I was younger, but I was just like really into musicals.
Got you.
It was because I grew up with my girl cousins, and they got me into a lot of that kind of stuff. So I was vibing with it, and I just found it interesting because I've never seen that kind of stuff before. And like Grease and West Side Story was one of the first things that I've ever seen that kind of stuff as a kid.
Got you.
And like as a little kid, I was like, man, I want to be. I was like, man, I would love to be a jet. I would love to be a jet. But then I realized like what the whole movie was about, and I was like, oh no, if I did, I'd end up being a shark.
But
like,
for a second, you saw yourself as kind of sort of doing
because I liked it. Yeah, because I was like, that's really cool, like how they do it. And then like as time went on, I started understanding the whole concept behind what the musical was. And same with Grease. As I got older in my high school time, it was like High School Musical, so I thought that was kind of cool, just like the vibe of that. But it did lean me more towards music like that.
Cool. How about yourself? What was your earliest memories of getting into music, listening to music, your influences?
Yeah,
what was it?
I'd say my first influence was my mom and my stepdad. They're really talented dancers. Like it's like poetry when they dance.
Wow.
So they were really big in like the Dallas scene. They'll go out to like bachata places and like just they'll rehearse and everything, have recitals and everything. And I'd be there sometimes, depending, because sometimes maybe their costumes or the places that they were going to weren't kid friendly. But when I would be there. Or whenever they were rehearsing, I'd be there. So just watching them dance, listening to the music, I think that's why for me bachata was like my first love when it comes to like dancing.
Gotcha.
So that was like my introduction to music. And then I started dancing myself when I was little. They actually put me into like a little a dance studio for kids.
That's cool. Awesome.
And I did a whole recital and everything. And my big influences for dancing was my mom and stepdad, but Michael Jackson, Usher, and Chris Brown.
What was the name of the school?
I forgot. It was so long ago.
Was it in Irvin?
No, it was in Dallas.
Dallas.
It was in Dallas. It's crazy because we just talked about it not too long ago. But yeah, and then I always liked rap music. I always liked R&B. I grew up on R&B music. So like my stepdad would always play R&B music. He's honestly the one who showed me R&B music.
Yeah.
I remember too, like he had an old Honda Accord, a red one. I forgot what year it was, but he would always blast music, either R&B, but mostly hip hop. And I always be in the backseat just dancing and everything, just pop locking. There's a good memory I have. We're driving past the apartments he used to live at, and there was these guys that were kind of just walking, and my stepdad had speakers. He had his music all the way loud, and they heard the music. They're, hey.
Yeah.
And I got up from the backseat, and I was just dancing and everything. And they were like, hey. And I was like, hey.
That's what's up.
My childhood was like really a lot of dancing because of them. And I really appreciate that. I saw and learned a lot. I'm not as great as a dancer as them by any means, but they are really.
It sounds like you can get down with some bachata.
Dude, bachata is my theme.
You might see it at the party, bro.
Bachata, you play some bachata?
I got you, though.
Yeah,
I got you,
for
bro.
Sure.
Okay, you had a lot of influence as well, right?
Yeah.
Backstreet, all the way from Backstreet to
that was the first music I was to listen to. Yeah.
Okay.
So then I had like a first CD, and then I was telling Carlos that earlier at the time, because obviously a different time period than him.
Of course.
I didn't know you can put CDs or they'll come with music videos if you put them on the computer. So we popped it in one day because my cousin's like, yeah, you can listen to it on the computer. We pop it in and I'm like, holy crap, it has a music video. And I would watch that like all the time. And I just kept watching it like to the point where CD scratched up. And I just loved listening to them. And then of course, one of the members, his brother's Aaron Carter, who passed away a while back ago. He was a kid, but like he was rapping and singing. So as a little kid, I was like, man, he's so cool. Like I would love to be like him, just because like he was like it's the front man of his little thing.
Got you.
And then it just changed after I got introduced to like actual rap.
Yeah. So what was the first influence for you? I know you had named it before.
Yeah, it was the Up in Smoke tour. I never had seen that kind of rap before, as I wasn't allowed to. And when I watched it, I watched the whole DVD, and I even wanted to keep it, but I wasn't allowed to. And I got to watch like NWA, like Ice Cube and stuff like that. I got to see Exhibit, Dub C, the whole West Side Connection. I got to see Eminem, of course, with D12, like some of the members, not all of them.
Yeah.
And then that right there was like a whole change right there, because I didn't know he was white at the time. I didn't know because I just would randomly hear
the record,
him because of the like radio, but I didn't know he was white, so that kind of like threw me off too. And then of course seeing Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, I was like, yo, these guys are like crazy. Like, what is this? And then my cousins would listen to them. Yeah. So then I started telling them like, hey, I got to hear them and I like the song, and then they would start playing it for me. So that's where like I fell in love with hip hop, and then because of them and like the people they sample or the references they make, I started backtracking and I started like hearing who they were influenced by. And some of them were pretty good. I mean, they're all good, but I'm saying like some of them I can hear it in their music, like the same flows, the same patterns. So like it got me hooked into that world.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get to the next part about how you actually got into music, tell me about your name. Andy Andrez.
Well, I used to have a lot of different names.
Okay. Like rapper names?
Yes, it was terrible.
Okay. Run me down to some of the ones, more epic ones.
Well, okay, so like whenever the whole Katrina thing happened, my school had a lot of people from New Orleans and all that, or Louisiana. And
you're a little something?
They were telling me, they're like, man, because your name is Andreas, it's like, that's too Mexican. You should just go by Dre Dre, bro. And they would start calling me Dre Dre. And I was like, I guess, right? And they were like, just go by Dre or Dre Dre. And then eventually it landed on Drez as a nickname. And I like that one more because it is my name, like the last part. So then I kept trying to come up with names, and they were like, man, fuck that, bro. You need it. Oh, my bad. Fuck.
You're good.
Okay, yeah. I was like, well, can y'all help me with one? And they had one called like Savage Baby. And then they were like, you could go by Little Hoodlum because you're from Laredo. And I was like, yeah, and we did one song somewhere lost in the internet. And it was like Little Hoodlum. And I'm like, nah, I don't really like that. That's not me, man. I'm like, I don't think I should portray Laredo as that. So then
Little Hoodlum.
I got rid of that. And I was like, nah, I'm like, let me think of like, what would be my name? And at the time I was super into like Lupe Fiasco and Mos Def and all that stuff like that. And I was like, no, I want to be like a lyrical miracle type rapper. So then I started going by Quoted, and people at school randomly would call me Q or Drez. And that's just the name I was trying to go with. And then after a while, I was like, nah, that's kind of corny. And then eventually I went by Andy Rune because some of the girls I've dated, they're into Wiccan.
Andy what?
Andy Rune. And that was just like a joke name. But then after a while, I was like, no, it's kind of cool. And it was mainly because like I like Andy Warhol. Like I like his artwork.
Gotcha.
And I like the way his name sounds. So I was like, man, I want to do something like that with Andy in it. And then after a while, I just couldn't think of anything. And me and Carlos were trying to come up with a logo for myself. And I ended up just looking at my name. And I'm like, my name is Andrez. And I'm like, I don't really see anybody else with that name. And then secondly, it's like the first 4 letters. It looks like it says Andy. So I was like, that's kind of funny because people call me Andy. And they call me Drez. And they call me Andrez or Andrez. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go by my name then because it's different. Like I don't see anybody else with that name.
Tell me about the logo.
This one right here is just a hat by my friend. They do others, like they could do other customs.
Gotcha.
They're the Pinnacle Twins. They're pretty good. He did this for me just because, you know, he just thought it was cool and I appreciated it. They do other stuff and they even had some 4th of July hats that were pretty fire. So I wish he would have put more out like that. But the logo that we came up with, it was originally like a face because it kind of
the music video, right?
Yeah, it kind of leads into like the whole concept of my like EP or album, whatever it is that I'm going to call it. I don't know if I want to call it an album. I think it's going to be an album. But it's basically the whole concept behind that. It's a fictional drug that I created. So that's kind of what.
So you got like a whole story, like a whole universe of your own creating your own things. Like
I
drugs.
I don't know if you want to get into that right now, but yeah, I do.
Give me 1 second. We'll get into that part because I'm interested about it. What about your name? Kare.
So I started off, honestly, I didn't start rapping or making music until I met this dude. Like he really influenced me about that too. Like we're talking about influences. This dude is probably one of the biggest ones that I have. Like his knowledge, you've seen it right now. His knowledge for music his love for music is just crazy. It's infectious. So,
yeah, got Carlos over here working. Even though he left mine behind, we found somebody else. Just kidding. I'm kind of salty still. Go ahead.
No, but So when we met and everything, we kicked it off from our liking of J. Cole. That's how we met, and then he showed me that he could rap, and his lyrical ability is just like out of this world. Like it's so slept on. So he started pushing me towards rap because I was like, man, this dude can do it. I can too. Like, you know, we can do something together.
Right.
And yeah, he's always believed in me, and I've always believed in him. But yeah, so when I first started, actually started doing rapping, I went by G Flacco.
G Flacco.
Yeah. Because obviously George, my first name, and Flacco because I'm still not, but back then I was like 130 pounds. So
Flacco.
Yeah.
Extra capital F.
Yeah.
Right now you're Flacco, capital O. All right. And then after that, what led after that?
So then I ran it on Kare.
Got it.
So I like anime a lot. And that's really, it's honestly just a Japanese for him. Nothing crazy, but it's just, like him.
Gotcha.
You know, it was around that time where everybody was like, oh, I'm him. That whole little phase was going around. So at that time I was like, yeah, it sounds cool, and then I like I said, I like anime. So I was like, yeah, I just literally started searching words in Japanese. I'm like, I want to see like what it is. And I landed on that and I was like, hey, it sounds pretty cool. And it's kind of just stuck.
Nice. I like it. Okay. One thing is having a lot of influence. By the way, shout out to Bree. I know she gave me that look, girl. I appreciate you so much. That was a joke. So the one thing is doing music, listening to music, enjoying music, doing your research about music, really watching everybody and watching them do it and get inspired. But the other thing is to actually get to do it and wanting to put yourself out there to actually record a record, do all that stuff. I don't know if you actually do everything or you go to a studio, but how did the idea wanting to do music started? So I'm guessing it started with you and trickled to him, right? Okay, tell me about it. What was the reason why you just decided let me do this? I need to do this.
In like middle school and high school, Carlos went to the same high school. We had like a little radio station that they allowed us to put music,
Gotcha.
But you're not allowed to curse or talk about certain things. So there's a few people that would be on there and you know, we would just steal microphones from school or use our computer microphones because we all got assigned a computer, and we would like steal beats offline and just, you know, copy paste and then record over it, and we would put it on there randomly, or we just share it with some friends. And that's kind of where it started for me, like to want to start doing it. And then I started meeting friends who had like home built studios, and they were pretty legit. It's just that I don't know, like I guess they moved on from it, so that kind of sucked. But like they were really like good with it, and like they had the ear for it. And then I ended up meeting other friends that have like legit studios, and like they really are out there doing it. And I was like, yeah, you know, how much do y'all charge? And it's pretty affordable. So I started randomly going to Skybox Sounds, and my friend Devin, he's there, and he has other artists that are actually like out there making a name for themselves, and they even have one in California now.
Oh, nice.
So that made me like feel like, okay, these guys, you know, they're pretty good. And, you know, I asked them straight up like, hey, if you think this is whack, can you tell me? Or like, can you tell me what I could work on? And he did. And I started slowly tuning it more on that end. And then he got into recording, and like he showed me some stuff that he does. And I was like very impressed. It was like within months. And I was like, what the heck? So then a year went by, and I was like, okay, this dude's like really getting the hang of it. So then I started learning it myself as well. And like, I'm okay with it. I'm trying to learn how to make beats as well, or like at least sample. I think that's kind of cool, especially because that's like a big part of hip hop is to sample. But he started showing me the stuff he could do. So then I was like, man, I would love to like just like work with you on that. And like even if we don't make a song together, he can at least give me pointers or like record something with me. And then like, you know, he edited it his way. And then like I'll give advice too on that, like, oh no, maybe you should do it this way. So that's kind of how we landed on that.
So right now you are recording yourselves, or you're still using the
both. I'm doing studio and myself.
Okay. The mastering part, I think that one's super crucial. Are y'all learning that as well, or y'all going through the ones that know to get it?
From people that I've been meeting, especially recently, I've been told not to ever master your own stuff. I don't know if you agree with that, since you also like, just because of the sound, apparently, like the hearing it.
Your job as an artist is to give a great layout of the song, everything. You record doubles, record ad-libs, record everything. And the job of the person that's going to mix it and master is to line all those things together. Yeah. So their job is just, you gave them the thing, their job is just to make it pop at the end. Yeah. You know? Because they have a different ear, especially doing it for how many years they're doing it. So that's your job. You like literally, Tupac will go and record a gazillion and one songs and just leave it on the hands of the whoever the producer is and the engineer to get it ready, and then that's the finished product. Some artists are more into like in there and want to like, I like this, I like that, I like the idea, but that's their job to be able to do that. Your job is to give them a great like a base of everything that you include, and then it's just to put it all together, puzzle it all together, and have a great song. Yeah, and sound standard, I guess. Again, quote unquote standard for everything else that's out there. Like if you put your song against a mainstream song, you shouldn't be able to tell the difference. Yeah. If you can tell right now, even as an artist, and it's not there, it doesn't have that pop, it doesn't have that feel, that means it probably needs a little bit more work. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. Yeah. Okay. No, I like that. I'm not planning on anything, but I got a couple songs that I've done a few things. Yeah. But I think that's the best approach in it. But again, everybody's different because again, like as I mentioned, a lot of them like to be hands-on, listening, be part of this. I want a shot here. I want to, this and that there. Like, but if you just let them because they're good at doing what they're doing, the engineer and the mix and master dude, then you don't have to worry about it. You already know, you already laid everything out. You're just waiting for the final product. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're doing it for a little bit now. Okay. So we went all the way through the story to now y'all got together. How did y'all meet?
We worked at a furniture store together. Yeah.
Which one was it?
The Dump Furniture Store.
The Dump?
Yep.
So you worked at the Dump. Is that thing still around?
It is, surprisingly.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I thought it was. COVID did not kill it.
The Dump. It's the Dump for a reason. Yep. So y'all get together, kind of sort of just working together. Y'all realize y'all have something in common, which is the music? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about your way for yourself as the way that you like to record. Your process. Like, do you like to go through beats, find you a good beat? Do you like to go and create a melody, a hook, and then kind of build the beat from there? or do you like to just in general your whole session? How do you like the approach of recording?
You want to go first?
Yeah. So what I usually go by, I look at a bunch of beats, and then I'll just have my vocals on there ready, so I can know how I'm gonna sound. And obviously I'll change the pitch and everything to correct it on beat. And I'll just figure it out there, and I'll just maybe just say a couple lines that come through my head. I don't really write much. I'm
so you punch in?
Yeah, I'll punch in. And every now and then I'll maybe write a line or two just so I can have it. I don't forget it. But I'm mainly just punch in. So when I find that beat, and it usually takes me probably, sometimes it's really fast. Sometimes it's maybe a couple beats and I'm like, nah, I'm not really feeling it. Or I'll say a little bit and I'll just keep what I said, and then I'll go to another beat, and then I'll finally find something. And then I'll get the flow, I'll get the melody that I want, and then it would just all come together like a nice puzzle.
Does the beat talk to you at all whatsoever? Does
it definitely does, man. It definitely does. Sometimes, like I said, I'll like say what I have, and then I'll find a beat, and then it'll talk to me completely different, and I'll literally scratch what I wrote. Completely scratch it, and then I'll just go like on a tear on a whole different direction. That's kind of like almost all the songs that I have, how it happened.
So he said your style is a little bit different than his. What would you describe your style is? What do you like as far as how would you describe it? How would you label it to be?
Yeah, so I'm taking more influences on, Drake, Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, really R&B-esque a little bit, with a little bit of rap, a little bit of Tory Lanez lately. I kind of just put everything all together and bottle it.
Just don't get shot, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm trying to keep both my
Or
feet.
don't shoot oh girl. Don't shoot nobody, bro.
Yeah.
Say no to guns. So that's your vibe. And
Yeah.
in regards to the studio, is there a particular time that you like to go to the studio or wherever you're at, record? Do you set a schedule time, or you kind of sort of feeling in the moment of like, oh, I got to get in here and do something?
Right now, it's more of like a whenever I feel it. I have all my equipment in my room right now. So I don't have a studio. It's just all in my room. So whenever he wants to come over, I'm like, just come over to the crib, man, and we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
So it's really accessible for me. Now, I need to be more firm on, like, I got to do it pretty much every day because I really want to get as best as I can get to.
That's dope. That's dope. Any particular settings that you like to do? A little drink, a little something?
Yeah. I have like my own little
ritual.
Set. Yeah, so I have these lights on my desk, like LED strips. And I have to turn off the lights. If I have lights on, I will not function. I have to turn off the lights off and then put on my LED strips, and they have to be that bluish purple color because I just really like that color.
Yeah, make it big. He's going to be the one with I only want blue M&Ms on my green room. And the writer.
Yeah.
How about yourself? What is your way of creating songs?
Man, and I hate to say it, but I have to get in my feelings, either angry, sad, or happy, and like think about something that I'm trying to, like, I guess, vibe off of, and like just really think about that. And sometimes I'll put on movies like old movies, like if I randomly put like Taxi Driver, but then like maybe lean into like something like Blood In Blood Out, or like just horror movies, like mainly like 80s horrors, and just have it in the background as noise, and like randomly just see the visuals. And sometimes like they'll say a sentence, and then I'll like that sentence, and I'll kind of just vibe off of that, or like a phrase that they say, and I'll kind of just vibe off of it, or like look it up to see what it means, and then see if I could find something similar, or maybe use that and then like try to write around it. And yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the vibe I go with.
Do you like to write, or you like to punch?
I've recently started doing the punching, just because it's pretty cool. I like it because I can't. I hate that I can't freestyle because I guess I get too technical with it. But with the punching, it's been helping me like randomly come up with song. I came up with a song and I showed him, and then I was telling him how I did it, and then he helped me like perfect it. And that song is not rap, but it has a little bit of rap influence in it. That song's called Bad For You, and that one, it's like a lo-fi dark pop kind of sound, and I think that's kind of the genre I want to lean towards after this, because this one for sure, this tape that I'm doing, it's alternative rap rock kind of vibe.
Let's talk about that. So that's what you're going with the whole project. You're thinking of an album right now.
Yeah.
Are you concerned at all with the attention span of in general the public?
I don't want to look like I'm being preachy, as I don't want to seem that way or like a TED Talk. I'm not telling people to not do drugs. I'm just kind of telling them to be aware of what you're doing.
Gotcha.
And like, just because like I've heard stories, and recently I've had a friend who lost a friend because of that.
Very sorry for you.
It's mainly the mixing of fentanyl. And then that's whenever I came up with the concept. Because first, like when we did this video, it was just, for like shits and giggles. And it was pretty cool. And like I got to see his work and my work.
You're talking about the see-through?
Yes.
That you put out recently?
So I thought I was going to maybe go more with that sound. But as it went on, I'm like, what do I want to talk about? Like now that I have this, like what is it that I want to talk about? And then I started thinking like maybe I should slowly incorporate this webcomic that I wanted to do when I was in high school and college. Maybe start morphing it into my thing and start kind of theming it. So then there's a drug I created. It's a fictional drug. It's called Blur, and it was influenced from the video game Max Payne. It's an old game. I know there's a movie. The movie's pretty cool too. I love Mark Wahlberg, but it was mainly the game that influenced me. And they have a drug as well in that, and that's kind of how I based mine off. And I was like, okay, well they snort it and they smoke it and inject it. I'm like, what if like somebody did a drug where you put it in your eye and you won't notice it, and like it changes your eye color? So I started coming up with the concept of eye contact lenses. And like that's popular with kids, especially kids that like do like cosplays and stuff like that. And like, just people that just put eye contacts.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that'd be a cool concept, and have like the little contact lens have that face, which is the logo on the lens. And these kids can do it, and each eye color will be a different level. And it could be like some kind of mixture of the type of drug you do. So then the whole thing is, they start getting laced, and a lot of people start dying from it. And that's kind of like the whole basis of it, of that. Like like I said, I'm not trying to tell them not to do drugs, but I'm also trying to show maybe like the horrors that could happen when it does happen.
That again, I'm sorry for your loss. That in general kind of sort of sparked a little bit more of like the reason why you want to do music with a message and something that they can...
it's because of Carlos. He was like, what's the message? What are you going to do? Like, he's always saying that of something. So that's why I was like, you know what? I do have something, but it's not music. But now I'm going to put them together to see if I can. So when I started making other songs, it started revolving around that.
So it's, for you, it kind of sort of started being more of a calling to do things like that?
Yeah. Awesome. And it was also because of, like I said, my friend lost his friend. He's like 22, I think, maybe 21. And his friend passed away. They thought he was, or they didn't know he was addicted to cocaine, and he was battling a cocaine addiction, and only like his girlfriend, his mom knew. So then he would secretly go do cocaine in his car. And then one day he didn't come back, and they were like, well, where is he? Well, someone found him in his car, and he had died for hours. And they said it was a fentanyl overdose, but he thought it was cocaine.
So they laced it.
Yeah.
Or they gave him something
that was mixed.
He thought he was.
Yeah. So then I started looking up like, well, how much would it take to kill? It's not a lot. So
I'm talking about like little bitty, not even the tip of your finger. I'm talking about even smaller than that to kill many people, not one person.
It freaked me out. And I was like, man, like when I was that age, I was also just randomly doing stuff at parties, clubs or whatever. So like it could have happened to me, and like I wasn't aware of it.
Of course.
So like, yeah, I mean, I've seen the do not do drugs, stay above the influence. I've seen that. I didn't care for it because I was a kid, but like
it wasn't doing the things that it was doing to these kids these days.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
we were chancing it, but and lace it maybe, but it wasn't like as severe. It's like literally the little, again, smaller than a fingertip can literally take a few people out. Yeah, not just one.
Yeah, so that's what kind of, and then of course like. I didn't think of it either, but like that show Euphoria kind of came out not too long ago. Yeah. So like that kind of like these kids like that stuff. So I was like, you know what, let me try to be in that realm, but like not be preachy where it's like, oh, this guy's saying don't do drugs. Like I don't want to seem that way either. So
yeah, I got you. Yeah. So I like the switch up on the video at the very, very end. Yeah. You were one way, all of a sudden you switched it up to a completely different sound. Yeah. I want to say a darker, but kind of sort of darker tone. Yeah, even just the tone. I don't know. I don't think the lyrics was different. Just like I don't think it was lyrics. It was just like
Yeah, the tone.
The tone itself. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The album you said, my question would be, you have any concerns in regards to the length of it because of the attention of people these days?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too. I've heard from like interviews of Kanye's stuff. There, I think it was Kids Seeing Ghosts. They say that there's a producer he was working with. That music now has to be like 1:30 to 2:15. And that's kind of that would be considered a song now.
Sounds about right.
Versus the stuff that I grew up on was like 5 minutes long sometimes. But it was good. Like you'd like it. Like you'd listen to it again if it was 5 minutes. Like it's cool. But like a lot of songs now don't have 3 verses as much anymore. Some of them just have one solid verse and then the hook. So that it has changed. So I try to stay in that as well, just because I was aware of that, like the attention span. But also I think the stuff I grew up on, like Big Pun, Biggie, and like Eminem's old stuff, they had skits in their albums. And I kind of miss that and like that. And I've seen some skits now too.
That's cool.
But they're not like as direct as theirs was and like funny. So I kind of try to do the same on mine, on what I'm trying to do.
Do you have a title for it already and kind of sort of a time frame of when it's going to be ready or you want it to be ready?
Yeah. So it's going to be called Blur just because of the fictional drug. And that was also influenced by the band Blur, but theirs is spelled with 1 R. It's a British band. I grew up listening to them, and I just always liked that name. And then plus the person who's the lead singer from that,
gotcha.
He's a big influence. So then I just named my drug Blur just because of the whole context stuff. So the album's gonna be called Blur, and I had a guy that I met online. He's an artist. He goes by Foz, and he liked my idea. So I sent him a script of kind of what I was trying to go for. So he took like maybe a week or so, and then he sent me back a album cover, and I loved it. Like he even framed it for me and everything. And I was like, okay, this is solid. Like I like what he did. Like this is exactly. It gives off like a punk vibe, and I like that because it kind of like, I guess for me, I feel like it'll stand out for people seeing it on their like other
scrolling
music
through Spotify and things like that.
Because like everybody's so like polished, and I just feel like that will stand out and it'll like be entertaining for someone. And and also I plan to drop it hopefully August 2nd if everything goes well.
Do you have everything already set up as far as like distribution and things that you want to do, how to do all that, royalties and the whole shebang?
Right now I'm using that distro kit. Yeah.
Cool.
For now.
So you have everything as far as that, the way that you're supposed to do it. Okay. How about you? Any projects you have working on? Anything that you have in mind?
There's a couple songs I'm trying to touch up on right now. I wouldn't say I have a full project yet or anything close to it. Just a couple songs. I do plan on another project dropping sometime towards the end of the year. I would love that. But yeah, as far as projects go, it's just at least 1 or 2 by the end of the year.
Any bachata in any of these songs that you might want to do?
I might try to mess with it, see if I can do something.
If I was to sample a song, it would be Juan Luis Guerra, Bachata en Fukuoka. It's got like a tropical, nice, old school sound and still bachata. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but that song is dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm like, oh, the beginning is like, oh, I see it. It's neat. Okay, what else do you have in the album when you do it and you get it out? Is there any videos that you have? First of all, let's talk about the video. So yeah, I did a video pretty much in like 48 hours or less? Or somewhere around there?
I think it was like maybe 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, so Carlos was going to be at a place that you want to shoot a music video. And I'm like, I don't have a song. And then he said, make one. And then what happened?
we made one. So like the way I started it was I just randomly came up with that melody, which was the hook. And in my mind, I pictured Kid Cudi singing it, like, because I like his voice a lot. So then we tried to do it right. It sounded terrible. I was like, oh my God, this sounds so stupid. And I was like, I can't sing. So then we deepened it and it sounded so much better. And it gave me more of that Kid Cudi vibe, like how his voice is.
Got you.
And I was like, okay, I like how that sounds. It sounds way better than us trying to sing it with just our normal vocals.
Yeah.
And I know some people are against that. I was against it too, for certain artists, just because of the way awards work. I just don't appreciate how they treat some artists. But I think we, like, since we all have so much technology and stuff like that, I think it does bring out the best in some people that can't sing but have something to say, or like have a good melody, but it just like you got to edit it, versus the people that actually can sing. Like, I mean, they're amazing too because they can do it naturally.
Yeah. True that. How about you? What was you taking the video? He said, what do you mean?
It was crazy because it was like really all last minute. He hit me up one day. He's like, hey, man, my friend Carlos is going to take some landscape, but he's also saying that I can make a song. I need your help. Like, would you want to? He's like, you can even hop on it. I would want you to if you want to.
That's cool.
I was like, okay, cool. I love this dude, man. Like, he's about his people, like, for real. Like, a lot of the things that he's getting into, he's bringing me along, and you know, I'm meeting new people and everything. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you for real, bro. But yeah,
I can hug if you want to.
So he was like, yeah, I have this song. Show it to me. It was completely out of my element because I am like so R&B hip hop, and that was like, I mean, it's a different song, you know. But I loved it because it challenged both of us. It challenged my producing skills and everything. And for me, I've kind of learned that I really like painting that picture. You know, like the artist comes to me, hey, I have this, and I'm like, okay, well, let me paint it for you. And that was really cool to do, especially to see like his reactions whenever I was like, okay, give me a couple seconds, and I play, and then I see his reaction. He was like, dude, like how'd you do that? That's like the best feeling ever. That's and then cool. Knowing that he likes it. Like it's what he would literally tell me, I don't understand. It's crazy how you got what I was thinking and you put it on here. Like it's crazy. Yeah. So, and I think that's just our dynamic as like friends too. Like outside of music, we're friends. Is that we understand each other on that level too. It's really cool. And then just to bring it in the music.
Psychic is not even words.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Is there any in your album at all influence regarding Oak Cliff at all whatsoever? Any kind of anything about it? Because Oak Cliff has his own thing, like his own vibe, his own in regards to music. You know,
not so much like Oak Cliff, but I do like random references to like some Texas rappers.
Got you.
And I do also references to other rappers that I grew up listening to. I will say like sometimes I'll take like one of their lines, but I'll flip it and then add my take to it. And like for sure, Paul Wall, he's one that I did for a song called Habits. That song with Bun B and Mike Jones. Yeah, the Texas is the home of the place. Like I like that, and I was listening to that randomly one day. And then also like Mac Miller and Eminem and Kid Cudi, they stay like on rotation for me when I'm trying to like just vibe to something. And like sometimes I'll like maybe take a line from them and then try to flip it, and then from theirs I end up making my own line, so then it doesn't even sound like theirs at all. That's and cool. Also old Kanye, like I take a lot of influence from some of his older work, so I really like mess with that old vibe.
What do you think of him these days?
I think he should just stick to producing.
He's a genius. Genius producer.
I don't think he.
I don't know. I heard stories about Kid Cudi, how much he took away from him.
Oh yeah.
You know the crazy thing about somebody that's, I'm not saying, I don't know, allegedly, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all these Amazon. I don't know if Amazon's so much of a party, so I think so. They're the face of it, but behind it, there's somebody that they might have taken their stuff. Credit. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's making some great songs. I jam to him, but I think some of the things that he says about freeing his artists, and he has his own artists chained up, is kind of weird. And all these takes, like, look, to me, the references about being a Michelangelo or whatever, bro, you're not over here like curing cancer. Like, you're not over here, you know, you're making music, and I guess you're influencing people to wear something, but that's to me more of a slave mentality, because you get them to do everything like everybody else is doing, and you're not setting them apart or unique from anybody else. Or really, really tap into remembrance and what is the higher calling from them. You know what I mean? You literally some way, somehow wanted to be slaves to your brand and your take to me. Yeah. Separate aside for the music that he does, but he does make some good if he does it himself, because I heard a lot of rumors of people ghostwriting, getting taken away, which again, you know, he does like 1,000,001 things, crazy stuff, and none of them take off, and then all of a sudden that one thing takes off,
Yeah.
and that's how he keeps relevant.
Yeah.
He does that all the time. He's probably doing some crazy
All
thing
the
right now,
time.
and nobody's
All the time.
reporting it. But the next week he does the same crazy thing, and everybody's reporting it. Like he had his girl walking around butt
That
naked.
was crazy.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Is it a genius or is it a ploy or is it like somebody that manipulates? I don't like that. It's weird to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
not
little-
me.
Yeah, that like after a while I started catching on because even when I was younger, the whole whenever Katrina happened, how he did that on live TV, his little comment, and I was like,
And
as
guess
a kid, I was like, I didn't know, and then as I got older, I was like, okay.
But what do you got coming out next month? A freaking album.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and it went platinum.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
no,
all
I
these
get it.
are
Yeah.
publicity stunts. And don't get me wrong, I guess you could say that's a genius for me, but that itself to me is the disingenuous,
Yeah,
like of the
No.
things that tricking people and misleading is so weird, disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But it works for him, his pockets. Even after Adidas dropped him,
yeah,
he's still doing good for himself, you know? So
Yeah.
that's just my take, bro. He's great in music.
that's so great
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
know. I like that
Yeah.
you know this stuff.
That is crazy.
I do like that a lot.
Because I see it, and I see it from the other lens. I'm like, how can these people not see it?
Yeah,
How can these people just be idolizing them forever and a day and not realize that there's manipulation going on in that, you know? And there's no way that that's normal for somebody that's supposed to be. The excuse is that he's a genius and that's why he can act reckless.
yeah.
No, there's no excuse
No.
for
There's
that.
no excuse
No.
for it whatsoever.
No, for me, like where I think more he's because I used to think he was so like lyrical. Then as I got older, I found out he had a lot of ghostwriters. But I think he's great, especially when it works like with someone like Pharrell. They just both have like this weird ear. They could take like someone laughing and then like slow it down somehow and then like just turn into a beat.
Again,
And I think that's insane.
those things are great. Like,
yeah,
amazing things, which is awesome. But again, sometimes those things, even if you're that good, doesn't take you anywhere if you don't do crazy stuff
Yeah.
to people to get to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of sort of see the business behind it, but to me, I just don't like the manipulating
Yeah.
people into that. I just don't like it. But it's neat to know that he does that voice thing. He makes it into a chord or whatever. I'm like, what? That's because I've seen some of the videos too. I'm like, dang, that's pretty neat.
yeah.
It's pretty cool. On your way over here, were you randomly thinking like, man, I wish he asked me about this, or I wish we talk about this? Anything that comes to mind?
I would say that. Can I promote my music? On here?
Absolutely, bro. Yeah. What do you think you're here for?
So, I do already have an EP out.
Got
It's
you.
called. I have a couple, but my recent one is called Love and Lust.
Mm.
It's really an R&B album. It's really just talking about either my experiences with a woman or different women in my past, or
Different women. What y'all live?
not at the same time.
Just kidding.
No,
Just
no,
kidding.
no.
Go ahead.
But
Okay.
or just people that I know, or things that I've heard and seen too.
So stories that influence you,
Influence
to
me,
create
or
a good song.
Yeah. I think how many songs in there? 6. I think.
Nice.
And there's about. I know people have said about 3 of them they really like.
Where can they find it at? Where
Apple
go to?
Music,
Mhm.
Spotify, and YouTube.
One more time. The name of the project, and where to find it.
Kare, Love and Lust, Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube.
There you go. How about yourself? Anything in mind that you had?
Yeah, I was like maybe like a spot you would like. I guess like a dream spot to perform. I was like seeing maybe you'd ask that or something.
That's a good
There you
question.
go. What would be a great dream spot to perform on?
I would love because I have some friends that did a lot of stuff in Mexico, so that started becoming something that I thought because they told me like all the tours that they'd done because they were stage managers,
Nice.
and they're thinking about hopping back into that. And I was like, man, I hope I start popping off. So if y'all do start doing that, at least I'll know maybe I can get a spot in Mexico to go tour.
Where specifically? though?
I'm not too sure exactly where, but like they showed me people they've worked with, and it was a lot of like big people.
Nice.
But that's not why I'm friends with them. I'm friends with them because I just like them. Like they're cool people. But another one for sure, and I've been telling him for years that I really want to do it. And some people are like, "Oh, why would you want to go there?" I want to go to London really bad,
Heck yeah.
just because I like their club scenes. I like the raves. I like they have such a love for music over there for some reason. Like I know America does too, like we do, But they're, like you said, the attention span is so short. So like an artist that was hot a couple months ago, like they fall off, and then this new person comes in.
Sometimes they start off over there and come back over here. They're hot over there, burning, and they bring them over here.
And then like over there, they're still listening to like something from the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, y'all, like, why? And then it's like, because they love it. And then some of them start rapping in that style, and it sounds good. Even though they have their accent, it still sounds pretty good.
That's cool.
And then I think even with their accent, they're able to rhyme certain words that don't actually rhyme together because they have that accent. It sounds clean to us. And like, I mean, they like our accent, and I think it's cool. And like, you know, they just rhyme certain words, and it's like, oh, okay, like that sounds really good.
That's neat.
Yeah. So I would love to go over there, and like, even if it's not rap that I'm doing over there, I would love to try to just do something over there. For sure.
That's cool. Yeah, Europe is a vibe.
Yeah.
London is a vibe in general to perform. Okay, what about Dream Collab? Anybody that you really, really want to work with that you saw, except for Kanye West? I'm just kidding. But who would you really like enjoy? It could be back in the days, maybe not here anymore, but it would be like, man, that would be dope if I got to work with this person. Anything comes to mind?
Man, I haven't even really thought about that, honestly. I just been kind of fixated on trying to get my feet wet and everything. But there's a lot of legends out there, man. There's like I've said, Drake. I feel like I could learn some things from Drake. I mean, look at his run, regardless of his personal stuff, but his run in music is just crazy. Like he just knows what he's doing musically, and you kind of want to like ask like how, like what do you see, what do you know, like just kind of bite off of that. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge, and then I mean, Michael Jackson had, you know, probably the best artist to ever touch a mic, in my opinion. That'd be awesome to learn something from him too. Rest in peace. But
yeah, that'd be dope. How about yourself? Andrez.
I would have loved to work with Mac Miller. I think that would have been cool. I think I just heard so many good stuff, and then like watching him, because we were the same age, so like watching him grow up since high school. I just watched the growth, and I would support buying his independent stuff and all that, shirts, CDs and all that stuff. And then it was just cool watching him, and then like just hearing other artists that worked with him, they all say the same thing. Like he was just like a genuine person, and you could see it. Like for real, like whenever he passed away, I honestly felt like I lost a friend. I didn't feel like it was just a celebrity that like that's just how good his music was. And like for some of the younger audience that I've like worked with or I've met that are like 19 to 20, they're like, oh, like he was all right, or like, oh, I don't really listen to his stuff except for the newer stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's because like for me, I feel like he was more an experience. Like you had to be in that vibe whenever he was coming up, because it was all independent. That's what was very cool to me as a kid, that he was doing this independently, and he even got his own show for a little while, and then he got to date Ariana Grande. He did all that by himself. Like, well, I mean, with his team, but he was independent, so it was a lot of work.
Is it important if you have to be independent right now?
I mean, you get most of your stuff, but it is harder to like get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Because I know I've seen some artists, like this one guy, his name, I think it was Kyle Scrubby. He's independent. He was doing his thing, and he was going well. And then COVID happened, and they had to stop his tour. So like that's money gone, and nobody was gonna go see him anymore because everybody had to stay home. So when I saw that, I was like, man, like artists like Billie Eilish or like Megan Thee Stallion, they can make the VR concerts, and people are gonna buy them.
Yeah.
But like other artists, especially underground artists, they can't. So COVID, like that surprised me with that.
But she has keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah, like just in case another 20 years. Yeah.
Merch too. I don't know if you're working on merch, but you know that's one of the revenues if you're going to be posted up somewhere.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not going to get paid for the show, or if you're going to pay for the show, find a way to get you a table so you can have merch, stickers, shirts. That's the way, bro.
Yeah.
Easy $20. You know, get your money back. Like
I have a friend I just met recently. His name's Unholy. He's also Hispanic. But I don't know if he speaks Spanish, but his music is like kind of like in that emo rap kind of realm.
Gotcha.
And I've been watching his like what he's doing, and like all he's trying to get like big shows. He has merch, and he has like a simple logo, but like it works. And like I start seeing that like other people are wearing his stuff in his videos, or just people that go like that actually like him. And I'm like, man, I might even buy a shirt.
If you're an artist and if you have merch, unless you have a super dope logo that looks neat, if it just has your name, it's kind of hard. But if you have sell some artsy piece that looks really neat, and it still has your stuff on it, whether it be small somewhere in there, incorporated, then you're winning.
Yeah.
Because people still wear your shirt.
Yeah.
And it's got your logo, whatever, somewhere in there. And you're winning. You know, as long as it's artsy and people love it, you know? So I highly recommend merch. Just keep it on stock, hats, whatever the case.
Yeah,
you know
no.
what I mean?
So if since you're gonna be there August, you'll get to see some of the other people we hang out, or that I'm starting to hang out with. This guy named Louis Meds. He's pretty cool. He's a Spanish English rapper. You'll get to see him perform. We have a band that's going named Hypno Ring. They're pretty cool. It's a black guy. White, I think he's white. I'm not sure what he is. He might be a like white Mexican. And then another Hispanic Mexican. They do like, I guess like that shoegaze kind of style, and it's pretty cool. And then of course God is gonna be there. And then we might have another guy. He's a DJ. He's kind of funny. He's a white guy. But we're not 100% sure if he's going to go, but he's down. His energy is just crazy.
That's cool.
Like, I like him. And they're just around, like, a lot of cool people that like to do this stuff.
What name rings a bell in the DFW area right now for y'all as far as making big noises? Who would that be that y'all know?
That guy that Tyler dissed, Ian? He's from Dallas. And he's starting to make a pretty big name for himself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say his music represents Dallas, but I mean, he's one of the pockets that Dallas has.
For sure, yeah.
What would you think that he doesn't represent Dallas? The sound,
it's
the
because like
lyrics,
he has a sound that's more like Atlanta, but like it's a good mimic of Atlanta, but it's the Dallas style. So I think that's kind of cool. And then like me, I'm trying to do more of like an East Coast Midwest style, but like in my version.
In your ear, what sounds like the Dallas sound? What would it be? What record do you recommend people to check out the Dallas sound? What would that be?
Man.
Big Tuck, Big X Now, or who else?
Hey.
Hey.
That's hard. That's hard for me.
I don't think we have like a sound.
No, I don't think we do have a sound.
There's not an
Everybody just has like a different sound.
Different.
But I could see that, especially for like today, Big X would probably be the runner of everything.
Or the sound that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
How would you describe his sound? Because I don't know. I hear songs, but I don't really pay attention to him a lot.
Describe that sound.
Anything that pops, they kind of started like, oh, that's
because like Arlington has artists that are popular.
Yeah.
Grapevine has artists that are popular. Dallas, and then like, you know, everybody. Even I don't know if you remember them from back then. Is it Playing Skills? They're from Irving.
Oh, they've been doing a big steal to this day.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like they've changed, right?
They
lot.
Produce,
Yeah, they're
like for
crazy.
Daddy Yankee, they produced for other big artists.
Like their sound was perfect in that era that it came out in. Like I love them, and like I didn't even know they were from Irving. Like at the time, I was bumping them. I'm like, what? They went to Irving High? Like what the heck? So it was so cool. And then like as time went on, like I've seen them do stuff with like LMFAO and stuff like that, or like that sound. And like, you know, it's cool to be versatile like that.
Then it transitioned to the reggaetoneros right now. There are a lot of the current reggaeton out there. Like it's crazy. They're everywhere. A lot of Daddy Yankee hit songs, like billions of views. Yeah. They doing well for themselves.
No, most definitely.
To this day.
I'm glad you know them.
Oh yeah. No, Latino stand up, bro. Even before they went. The other stuff that they did, I was already into them. Okay, check it out. Run out of time. Thank you so much for being here. Before I let y'all go, in the all your social media, remind me again where your music at and the event you got coming up. Let's start with Kare.
Music's on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. It's Kare, Kare. We got an event going on the 2nd of August. We briefly talked about that earlier. Be a lot of artists, free entry, free drinks, free.
What are y'all celebrating?
It's more of like I don't think it's a celebration. It's more of like hey, come listen to us, come have fun. I mean, it's free. It's gonna be a lot of good entertainment, a lot of good people, and a lot of fun, man. I hope to see a lot of y'all there.
Also, like everybody kind of promoting themselves to like random people that are coming, and then that place is an actual studio. So, I mean, if any of them ever want to go there to record themselves, you know, or like work with one of the people that work there, you know, that'd be kind of cool to promote yourself with them.
What is the name what are you calling the event?
That we haven't came up with that yet because I feel like we need to have one that me, him, and maybe Carlos will all agree with.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And all your social media again, where can they find you at?
Kare the artist on IG, and same thing on TikTok.
What about yourself?
On IG, it's ANND_NADA, which is nada and nada. And my TikTok is Filthy Nacho.
Filthy Nacho.
Yeah.
And then you have a project coming up, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a project, hopefully August 2nd, depending on how Discord works. And yeah, it's going to be called Blur with 2 R's. So
awesome. All right. Any saludos, shout outs? Start with Andy.
Yeah, just my homies at Skybox Studios, Lewis Meds, Hypno Ring, Unholy. They're all cool people. I like their energy and all that stuff. And of course, the artist, Foz, he's pretty cool.
Cool. How about yourself?
Pretty much the same shout outs, man. All those people are awesome, man. Really good people.
Shout out to your parents.
Yeah, shout out mom, shout out dad.
And siblings. And tíos and tías. I'm sure listen to the podcast. People, por favor. Gracias. Okay, what is an important lesson you learned about doing music or producing music that you would tell your younger self that will help somebody else out? What would that be?
I would say it's something that we've been talking about lately too. Not everybody's going to like what you put out. Your music's not going to be for everybody. You have to realize that and be okay with that. Accept that. As long as what you're putting out is what you're happy with, and your audience will find it. Just know that and accept that, and everything will be okay.
There's like 7 billion people out there. Bro.
So
count on.
It'll
Find the
someone.
ones.
Yeah, right.
How about
Someone's
yourself?
gonna find it cool. Yeah, like same. Doing music for myself instead of trying to like fit in. But definitely a thing I would tell myself is be careful who you trust, because the ripoffs do happen out there.
Tell me one that really stands
for
out to
instance,
you.
like the whole house party thing that we were trying to do. That guy got ripped off completely, and that kind of sucked. We told him he probably shouldn't have paid the guy up front like that. Maybe do like a down payment, and then when we're there, pay the rest. But that's that. And it sucked because like we had a lot of people going, and everybody got let down. So that was awkward. And then it made me look super unprofessional. So it kind of annoyed some of the guys.
Trust but verify.
Yep.
And get a contract if you can. Something in place. Shoot, it's so easy to ChatGPT create something for you to customize it for
Carlos.
yourself. Or Carlos. the juice of ChatGPT too. And have something at least for yourself. You, especially being indie, you have to watch every dollar where you go in and get it the most out of it. A lot of independent artists are very resourceful as what they have immediately within their surroundings. But if you're doing that means that the money, you have to maximize it as much as possible when you invest in it yourself to do whatever. So you have to be very careful. There's trustworthy people that you can get a whatever service or product they're going to provide for you.
Yep.
So for sure. And something I say throughout my day, sometime, I'm not immortal. I am mortal, and I will die one day. And it sounds crazy and dark, but it's not. It's a reality in life, right? We're not here forever. Some are a little younger than others. But with that, I wish y'all a long, long, prosperous life. After everything's said and done, what do you want people to think and feel about your life? Let's go with Andy.
That I've I guess ended up helping people. That's really what I want. That's like the end goal, is to people be like, man, like this guy really helped me with this, or like even if it was just like maybe someone that has a drug addiction or like whatever, and they're like, oh man, I stopped doing drugs because you're right, like it's kind of dumb.
What would they say your calling was?
I guess dang, that's a crazy one. I don't want to say influence. That sounds kind of lame, but yeah, it's because my whole point to what I'm trying to do is just push people forward, because I want to be pushed forward. I want this year for me to end differently than last year, because like for a while I've been talking about this, and now I'm actually starting to do it, and I'm trying to prove something to Carlos as well. So that's really what I want to do, is like bring people together that I feel like have talent too, and have them go forward and feel like some type of way as well.
Cool.
So that's really what I'm trying to do.
So somebody that pushes people.
Yeah.
In not only pushing them to believe in themselves, but
Yeah.
also pushing them as an example as you're doing it as well.
Yeah.
How about yourself? My bad. Okay, cool. Whenever you wake up, what do you want people to think and feel about your life first?
I think J. Cole's the one who said this. We all got dreams and got the right to chase them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really big on dreams. I know people want to push down your dreams on you, and sometimes they're like, "Yeah, you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna do this, or you're wasting your time." We have people tell us that to this day. You're always going to. There's always gonna be people that see you trying to do something for yourself, and they don't want to take that step, so they put you down so they can stay down with them. Don't let that happen. Keep a head straight. Trust in God. God's got you always. And trust, follow your dreams, man. Follow your dreams. It's not always going to happen like this. Nothing beautiful happens like that. Just stick with it. Work hard. Keep on working, and you'll get there.
What about what you say you're starting to find that it's your calling for you?
My calling. I think I'm still trying to figure that out.
I think he's learning producing.
I think that's something that really excites him.
Yeah,
that really
producing.
likes him.
Yeah,
You should see him. He's like,
I'm not telling
crazy.
you, but I'm just saying you light up every time you talk
yeah.
about it. Yeah,
No, you should see him when he starts doing it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool. Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. Thank you, Carlos. You dropped something. He over there chilling. I don't know if he's filming or he's on his phone. But I appreciate him telling me about you. Usually he has great people that he aligns with that brings... I like people that have been doing it for some time. I think you have maybe just the different direction now of you focusing the branding and everything else in a different way. And it's pretty cool. I don't know how long you have been doing it for now?
I think like just a couple months.
Yeah.
Like I've been working with music about a year.
Mm-hmm. So. Normally, my ask is about 3+ years to do something. But again, because I know it comes from somebody that I know I'm going to get something that's going to benefit us, right? To be able to keep pushing you, like you said, to be uncomfortable, to be around cameras and stuff like that and talk about your story and the things that you get to do. And then, of course, I get to have people listen to your story about what is it that y'all get to do. So without a shadow of a doubt, you definitely are a global Latin factor. So Andy, got it.
You got it.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, definitely are global Latin factors. Thank you. This was another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember to subscribe right now while you have nothing to lose and so much to gain. Like this amazing stories, they're going to enlighten you. Not only that, but then you're going to remember how great you are and how great you could be if you keep pursuing your dreams. And remember, we are just like you. We are people. We are the spice and flavor in this melting pot that it is the world. Till next time. Bye.